What the hell is that?
This crude contraption will allow you to transport the remains of our master.
Can you not simply raise the remains when we find them?
Pardon, Lord, but a being of Kel'Thuzad's power can only be reanimated at a nexus of powerful ley energies, and there are no such places in this land.
Very well then. Let's move out. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. You will know endless torment. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like...
Arthas! Stop this madness before it's too late!
Stand aside, brother. I've come to collect some old bones and I don't wish to be disturbed. Faithless coward. Finally. No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. What is it? Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally.
I can't believe that we ever called you brother. I knew it was a mistake to accept a spoiled prince into our order. You've made a mockery of the Silver Hand.
No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Come along now, Necromancer. The powers that you once served have need of you again.
Told you, my death would mean little.
What the? Am I hearing ghosts now?
It is I, Kel'Thuzad. I was right about you, Prince Arthas.
It took you long enough. These remains are badly decomposed. They will never survive the trip to Quel'Thalas.
Quel'Thalas?
Yes. Only the energies of the High Elves' Sunwell can bring Kel'Thuzad back to life.
Then what must be done?
You must steal a very special urn from the Paladin's keeping. Place the Necromancer's remains within it, and he will be well protected for the journey.
As you wish. No one orders me around.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
Speak, fool.
My life for Ner'zhul. Yes.
The undead must haunt the gold mine before the acolytes can begin harvesting gold.
I gladly obey. Where shall my blood be spilled?
Blight is created when undead structures are summoned. Buildings can only be summoned onto Blight, with the exception of the necropolis.
I bow to Where shall my blood be spilled? I wish only to serve. Thy bidding, thy will be done. My fate is sealed. Yes, master.
What is it now? This is more like it.
Summoning is complete. My life for Ner'zhul.
When standing on Blight, wounded undead units regenerate faster.
Summoning is complete.
Summoning a graveyard will supply the undead army with fresh corpses.
Thy will be done. My fate is sealed. Thy will be done. My fate is sealed. Where shall my blood be spilled? Thy bidding, master. I gladly obey. Yes, master. I gladly obey. Is complete. Thy will be done. I gladly obey.
Ghouls harvest lumber for the undead army.
Obey. My fate is sealed. Summoning is complete.
Summon more cigarettes.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
Must be.
Summon more cigarettes.
Summoning is complete.
Tread lightly.
Town is under attack.
Summoning
Frostborn
is complete.
hunger.
The damned stand ready. Summoning is complete.
Speak, fool.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Finally.
Must be.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
I bow to your will. My life for Ner'zhul. Yes, Master.
Research
Thy will be done.
More gold is required. More gold is required. More gold is required.
I bow to your will.
More gold is required. More gold is required.
My fate is sealed. I gladly obey.
More gold is required.
Thy bidding, Master. Summoning is complete.
Research complete. Our town is under attack. Upgrade complete.
Summoning is complete. Where shall my blood be spilled? Thy will be done. I gladly obey. Divide.
More gold is required.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. I'll make sure you suffer. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like it.
Upgrade.
Ah, at last. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Summoning is complete.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. For the Lich King. Frostmourne hungers.
More gold is required.
I bow to your will. Yes,
More
Master.
gold is required.
Thy will be done. My fate is sealed. Yes, Master. My fate is sealed. Thy will be done.
No one orders me around.
More gold is required. More gold is required. Upgrade complete.
Summoning is complete.
More gold is required. More gold is required. More gold is required.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Your pain shall be legendary.
Help! The undead have returned.
Ah, at last. Finally.
Upgrade complete.
Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Speak. What is it now? Tread lightly. You will know endless torment. Finally. What is it now? This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Finally.
Help!
Now,
the undead
Frostmourne.
have returned.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it.
I
Frostmourne.
must feast on souls.
Ah, at last.
I grow tired of waiting.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our tower is under attack.
This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last.
Thy bidding, master.
More gold is required.
My fate is sealed. I gladly obey. Yes, master.
No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Summoning is complete. Where shall my blood be spilled? I gladly obey.
Must build.
Upgrade.
What is it now? This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it.
More gold is required.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last.
Our forces
This
are
is
under
more
attack.
like it. Finally.
Summon more.
Speak, fool. This is more.
Vile betrayer! You are not fit enough to even carry your father's name! Why Uther ever vouched for you is beyond me. You've stripped him of his honor by casting yours to the winds. You deserve a gruesome death, boy.
Must be.
Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. I'll make sure you see. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers.
Summon more.
At last.
Our forces are under attack.
Finally. At last.
Must be.
Light have mercy on you. Your betrayal has broken Uther's heart, boy. He would have given his life for yours in a second. And this is how you repay his loyalty?
At last. Speak. No one orders me. Whatever. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Speak, fool.
Our forces are under attack.
What is it? Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly.
Your father ruled this land for 70 years, and you've ground it to dust in a matter of days.
Very dramatic, Uther. Give me the urn, and I'll make sure you die quickly.
The urn holds your father's ashes, Arthas. What? Were you hoping to piss on them one last time before you left his kingdom to rot?
I didn't know what it held. Nor does it matter. I'll take what I came for one way or another. No one.
Our forces are under attack.
Tread lightly. Speak, fool, for the Lich King. Glory to the Scourge. Tread lightly.
I dearly hope that there's a special place in hell waiting for you, Arthas.
We may never know, Uther. I intend to live forever. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Ah, at last.
Excellent work. Now your journey to quell Thalos can begin.
Tell him nothing. Only you can hear me. The Dreadlords cannot be trusted. They are the Lich King's jailers. I will tell you all when I walk this world again.